All right, let's dive into something pretty amazing today, God's promises in the Bible. And maybe more importantly, what do they actually mean for your life right here, right now?
So let me ask you a question. In a world that feels so uncertain, where plans can just fall apart in a second, what if you had promises you could hold on to that were absolutely unbreakable? You know, promises that could shine a light for you, even in your absolute darkest moments.
Well, according to the Bible, those promises, they're already here. They're described as these powerful commitments from God to all of us. And the belief is that through Jesus Christ, these huge, timeless promises become incredibly personal. They become for you.
Okay, so what exactly are God's promises? It's really important to get this, because we're not just talking about some hopeful phrases or nice ideas. No, these are presented as firm, binding commitments.
A promise from God is understood as a divine guarantee. It's built right into the foundation of God's character, which means the commitment is as reliable as God himself. The whole idea is really simple. If God said it, he will do it. End of story.
Now, the Bible is just filled with these commitments. But for right now, we're going to focus on 8 key promises that are said to apply directly to our lives. Let's go through them one by one.
First up, and this one is really the foundation for everything else, is the promise of salvation. This is all about forgiveness and the gift of eternal life that you receive through faith. So what does that actually mean for us, day to day? It means you get a chance for a totally clean slate. It's this profound idea that your past, no matter what's in it, doesn't get to define your future. You can actually start again.
And building right on top of that new start is promise number 2, love. And listen, this isn't some temporary or conditional kind of love. It's described as constant, unconditional, and completely unchanging.
And the takeaway here is deeply personal. It means that your worth isn't tied to your performance or your successes or your failures. In this way of thinking, you are valued, period, always.
And that unwavering love is expressed through our third promise, protection. This is the assurance that God is watching over those who follow him.
Now, this promise brings so much practical comfort. It's not suggesting a life that's totally free from danger or hardship, but it does promise that you will never have to face any of it by yourself.
The fourth promise is peace, but it's a very specific kind of peace, one that's said to go way beyond our normal human understanding or our circumstances.
Just think about that for a second. This isn't the kind of peace you get when you have no problems. No, this is an internal calm that can exist right in the middle of life's storms. It's the ability to find a quiet center even when everything around you is just chaos. And for those times when that internal calm feels totally impossible to find, there's the fifth promise, strength. This is all about God providing strength precisely when you feel like you have absolutely none left.
I mean, this promise is so relevant to all of our struggles. It's for those moments when you feel completely worn out, just ready to give up. It's like a divine helping hand that gives you the power to endure and just keep moving forward.
So, from strength to direction. Number 6 is the promise of guidance. This is the commitment that God will help you find the right path to take.
We've all been there, right? Standing at a crossroads, just completely unsure which way to turn. This promise speaks directly to that feeling of being lost, and it offers a sense of direction and purpose right when you need it most.
The 7th promise is quoted a lot, directly from the Gospels. I am always with you. This is the promise of God's constant, unfailing presence.
It's so simple, but it is so powerful. It really reinforces that promise of protection we talked about earlier. It's the ultimate reassurance against loneliness, the belief that no matter where you go or what you face, you are never, ever truly alone.
And all of these promises really build up to our 8th one, the promise of hope and a future. This is the core belief that God has a good plan and a real purpose for your life.
This is such a powerful idea to anchor yourself to. It suggests that your existence isn't random or meaningless. It says there's a much bigger design at play, and that your life is an important part of it. Your life has purpose.
So, we've covered these 8 incredible promises, but they are not just a list to be memorized. The real question is, how do they change things? Well, they're designed to be active, living forces in your day-to-day reality. Think of them like a framework for resilience. When you're facing pain, the promise of a future with purpose gives you an anchor of hope. When you feel weak or exhausted, the promise of divine strength offers you a source of power that's way beyond your own.
And in those moments when you just can't see the path ahead, the promises of guidance and presence build a foundation for faith, so you can take that next step.
So the next time life feels heavy, the core message here is to remember this. These promises aren't just historical artifacts. They're presented as timeless, living truths. They are offered as a personal inheritance, available to you right now.
And we'll end on this. This simple statement just sums it all up. The core belief is that in a world that's defined by change and uncertainty, God's promises are constant. They are presented as the one thing you can count on that will never, ever fail.
Thanks for watching.
Stay blessed and don't forget to share this video with everyone.